Hello everybody, welcome back. Time for a new update as far as what's going on around here. As you can see, normally I try to start off at least most of my videos with the flag on the pole out in my yard. And notice there's no flag. We've been getting so much winds this past winter that the snap on the top has finally let go. Last time it was another clasp, and I had fun putting that on because that does not come down. So I had to redneck away up there with the ladder strapped in various positions so that it wouldn't slide one way or another while I went up. So it looks like I'll be doing that again. But it's going to take some time because the ground is so wet I cannot get my truck anywhere near that right now. So that's where we're at. Unfortunately, no American flag for the time being, which was a sign. I need a new one anyways. So that'll be that stuff. So it is now officially spring, and that means growing season has come. So this is my list. And if you watch me on, or follow me on Facebook, you'll have seen this list. My Facebook page is NYS Prepper, obviously, so you can always check that out. But here's my list of the items that I will be attempting to grow this year. So some of these are herbs, so we're going to delve into that for the first time. Using this, so that'll be interesting, I think. Obviously, a lot of the beans that we're using, these are all from last year's crop. All the seeds that I've saved, as well as the peas, and some various in here, some various peppers, cayenne, jalapeno, and these tomatoes. My son got into this. I'll show you that in a minute. He's actually trying to do his own seeds. And of course I had everything in alphabetical order, and that does not appear how this is turning out when he gave this back. So we'll be going through that. And then here's my pile of the remaining seeds that I'll be planting. Obviously not all of them, a few of each. But I have them in the separate bags. I think this keeps it nice and thin. I mean, obviously, unless you have a lot, then you want to do this. Keeps it nice and thin. Can have a couple different varieties. You know, I got the summer and some winter squash, Waltham butternut and jumbo pink. So these are all ones that came out of the packages like this, but the vegetable seeds. And then I think I have a couple like cabbage. This is a local company, and then some things that came from the local fairs and stuff where they were set up, and then some things that I bought at the store. Just to, you know, I think I bought at the store, I bought some pickling cucumbers, just because I'm not sure if the ones that I have are pickling or not, and I want to make sure I can get some pickles going this year. So I really want to try my hand at making some pickles. So, and this is the redneck version of where I'm growing this year. This is a big difference from last year. So we'll drop that down. And last year, if you can remember, where it all went awry was right here on this desktop, where I had a big piece of plywood, and I started every seed in big solo cups, and then it decided to crash down and destroy every effort that I had made to grow things from seeds. So I went to a local company, or a local organization that actually had a seed starting seminar, which most of the stuff I already knew about. They did have some good suggestions and stuff. And I was already planning on doing this, but they just encouraged it even more. So I decided I'm starting the seeds, since I don't have a greenhouse yet, starting the seeds in the trays. I'm using actual seed starting mix, which I can grab. I'll show you right here. Seed starting mix, rather than last year. Of course, you learn from your mistakes. I had started with potting soil. So we're going to do that, and then we'll transplant these because these are pretty small pods. And then we'll transplant these as we go. Haven't figured if I'm going to get bigger cups or if I'll transplant them into the solo cups or what. So when I originally did this, what I did was I mixed the dirt or the soil and the water ahead of time and put them in wet. And that was on Sunday. Today is Thursday, and I haven't had to water them yet. And as a matter of fact, I had the lid on that, and I did start getting a little bit of mold because they were so damp. So I scraped that off and left it open for a couple of days to get rid of that. And I'm getting that because it's just way too much moisture in there. It's not going to hurt the seeds from what I've read. You let it keep going like that, and it'll definitely deteriorate the roots just because of the extra moisture. But as far as any damage that was already done, there wasn't any. So that was good. And I learned, don't have it too moist, don't leave the lid on, and get too much of a greenhouse effect when there's moisture. Again, it's in the window. Excuse me. The whole purpose of this is to not have the ability to have electricity. So I don't have grow lights on this. I don't have heating pads on this. I want to be able to do this straight out without anything like that, totally off grid. So I did make this little reflection, just some tin foil on a piece of cardboard that's folded under it, and then that just goes up so I get a little extra light refraction and keeps it nice and warm, because that's what this wants, is warmth. And already I'm on day 4 and my cauliflower has popped, so I was very excited to see that today. Nothing else yet, which isn't a bad thing. Like I said, it's only been 4 days, so there we go with that. And we'll take a quick walk in to my son's room and show you. He caught the bug a little bit and is experimenting. And we're gonna keep this pointed up the ceiling because you really don't want to see this kid's floor. I gotta step over stuff. So with his, I got him a light. It's just a standard shop light. The 100-watt replacement. It's actually only, I think, 17 watts, but it's the LED, so it's 100 watt, and he's been keeping that on. And so there's his, and he watered the heck out of it today, so hence why his lid is now off as well, because when I came home there was a lot of water in the bottom, so we had to take all of these out. I couldn't just suck it out. There was so much, it was just easier to take these all out, put them on a blanket or a dish towel, and just dump the thing out because there was definitely a lot of water. So his is cheating in my eyes. He's growing light, but I'm just encouraged. Oh, let's point up again. I'm just encouraged that he's actually following through and wanting to learn and do a little gardening on his own. So that's pretty cool. Very excited about that. I hope he continues and gets him outside and takes care of them, and I will encourage him and help him every step along the way. Alright, so that's been about it. Not too much else exciting going on. I can't wait for the weather to change, get out there and do some stuff. I definitely did not tear up Um, didn't barricade all but the top row of that, so of this tier 1. So I'm definitely gonna. I got my work cut out for me again, and I gotta get that done this year as far as making a blockade so it doesn't erode. Only the top one stayed, of course, which is kind of nice because that's where my strawberries are, which is the perennials that are in there. Um, there was a couple other things, but not a lot, that were perennials that may come back, or they may just be too buried, and by the time I get tearing it off again, I'll kill them. So who knows? But lesson learned, once again. Lots of work to do, and not enough time in the day. All right, everybody, take care. Thanks for stopping in. See ya.